What's up? It's been a minute. More than, let's say, a month in time. Um, which I completely abandoned what I said I wanted to technically do, but um, we're gonna continue this because I said I was gonna do this, and people around me keep saying I can't, and that's really motivating me. Because I feel like people saying that to me about other things hasn't motivated me, but people saying something about that I have so much passion but no consistency with, I think really, I don't know, it ticked me off. Um, so we're I'm gonna be back on this grind again. Um, but all the problems that were happening like a couple months, like last month, or like at least in January and the beginning of February, pretty much all smoothed over. Besides, like, the, what's it called? Like, them supporting what I want to do, you know? That's the only thing that hasn't been smoothed over. But, the more I manifest it, the more it will happen, the more I'll do, the more I think about it, the more I put it in my mind, the more I do it, the more consistency I do that, then I'll be more consistent with this, be more consistent with other things, and that's that I'm starting to get more excited about this now. Just even talking about it right now, even though I'm just talking on my phone in my room at 3 in the morning, but fuck it, we ball. Oh, I can't cuss. Oopsie. I said bucket. I said bucket. Um, but anyways, it's just me in my room, talking to a phone. So even though it's that, still get kind of excited, which wants me that making me more motivated as I talk. But I gotta go to my doctor's next week. Hopefully I don't gotta re-break my finger and get, I don't know, get like some terrible thick glasses. Because these are not prescription, but I need to get prescription because I have a hard time seeing for distance, and that sucks, especially if I'm gonna be driving and stuff. So I need to get that all tuned in and all done. Still no update on the car. That sucks. But I figured a good price for about, I think it was 45,000 in Austin, or not Austin, somewhere in Texas for Firebird. Okay, but it's white, and then the T is black, and I think the wheels are black too. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But if I can start saving up for even that, I feel like. And plus, it only has like 60,000. But it looks brand new, but it's just photos, I gotta see in person and everything. all that. But now I gotta get a job. I know said I would anyways, but just didn't know what. I still don't know what. Now, what I'm thinking about is Ford, but there's a minor problem. I have a friend, and what he said, okay, quote for quote, word for word, he for real said that, well, not word for word, because he said it pretty difficult to repeat, because how he worded it. But he basically, quoting him, I'm basically quoting what he said. He said, if once he gets his car back, right, which is coming up in this next month, April, if he gets his car, that he is going to expect me, not only me, but I think two other people, I think just two, to do, I'll start making like money, like, I don't know. And he said if we're not making money, he said specifically to me, okay, in the scenario that he was saying, that if I didn't start making money, basically, that he was gonna talk to me less and less, okay, and that I'm not gonna be in his main group of friends, basically. And sorry for the color change, it's my TV and I'm listening to music through the headphones at the same time. But he basically said that, okay. And for me, as for who I am, me personally, I believe that from my experience, okay, I don't want to laugh because it's fucked, but I'm laughing because that's a possibility again, okay? And the possibility that's again probably gonna happen is that I'm gonna have to basically cut him away from me a little bit, even more, even though I really haven't, but I stopped talking to him. The reason why is because he never fucking texts me, okay? And I give you the example why, okay? The example why is since the middle of last year, 2025, okay? Last year, 2025. What? That we were hanging out almost, I say, four to five times out of the week, okay? Or even twice a week, okay? And that'd be on the weekends, or like on a Wednesday, or like a Friday, then like Saturday and Sunday, and then into Monday sometimes. But it was basically like that from middle of 2025 to about the 16th of October, the day before my birthday, okay? Actually, no, it was on the 15th, okay? It was on the 15th, not the 16th. But technically the day before, okay? My birthday, okay? He goes ghost, okay? And then the friend that is an ex of him, even though like he wanted to do something and then she wanted to do something and they're not wanting to commit to each other, but they're staying friends, and then have me be a third wheel, okay, to them, okay? I was mad about that after I realized that. Okay. But he went ghost, and then she went to the Navy. Okay. And then he went ghost for the rest of October, November, December, January, and until around the 14th of, no, the 17th of March, no, February, my bad, 17th of February, keep wanting to say March, I don't know why, but February, he says, you want to go on 2-man? I say, why? Because it's out of the blue. He didn't text anything prior to this. So I'm like, why? He's like, so we can hang out and stuff. And I said, fuck it, why not? So I get ready, kind of on a time crunch, because my clothes weren't dry. Because, I don't know. I think because the washer was taken up, so I had to take a little bit more time to be able to wash my stuff. But anyways, I was on time crunch. I go outside, and he said that the girl's gonna pick me up. That on 2-man. So it's just him and the girl's driving. He's in the front passenger, on the back. It's like some SUV, 6-seater or some shit, or 8-seater. But it was like a small SUV. It was weird. And also it was middle of the night. So get in. She's like, what's up? Chop it up for a second. And then say, where we want to go? And you say, let's go pick up the other girl. Then the girl says she can't come out. And then so it basically became a 2-on-1, but I wasn't fucking with her. I wasn't gonna fuck with the other girl anyways. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she was chilling, had the same beliefs and believed what I believed in ways and understand my modest way and stuff. But it's only a possibility. But anyways, we go from In-N-Out, which the north one, and because I got a north one and then I got an east one that's on Bell, and that one is alright, but anyways, we go to the other one that's north, and we eat for a minute and say we want to go to the gym. Or no, we went to the gym first, and then she tried dipping us there, and Bert told me, or not Bert, but that's another dude. Friend told me that she's trying to dip us, and I was like, what? But I kind of suspicious. I kind of suspect, kind of Blue's Clued that shit out, basically, And she's saying she got changed, she on her period and shit like that. And saying she can't work out and shit. Well, you can just stand there, I don't know, you can maybe do forearms or I don't know, biceps or triceps. I don't know. Or even, even doing ab machines, I know helps with I think helps with periods. I don't know. Period cramps. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that. But we don't even go inside, and we get back in the car, and then we go to the North In-N-Out. I get a burger, and then I get a chocolate shake, 600 calories, and however, I think like 500 calories for the burger or something. Not too bad. But it finished the rest of my day's like calorie intake. But we get finished eating, and we go back to the car, and they say we want to go back to the gym. So we go back to the gym, same shit happens. But this time, she drops us off at the front door, and then she kissed my friend on the cheek or something, and as soon as she pulls off, he wipes it off, and it's like glittery shit. She's not like a skank. She look modest, at least. But she got some interesting playlists on Spotify though. But we ain't getting too much into that. But so we just had a workout, nothing too crazy. Started talking about business, how we want to do things, and then since then we haven't hung out. And it's been about a month since, about a month and a couple days of timing since then. And then he's been calling me like once a week, asking me like, what am I getting done, shit like that. And then that's when he told me about like, if I don't be making money, that he's gonna basically like cut me more out of his life, even though he already barely talks to me anyways. Sure, we might send a couple like random text or a fucking random video or some law change in a different state, like about California. Like the new sheriff is trying to remove the laws for the modification on cars, and you can run catalyst there then when he becomes the governor or whatever. Which I'm all for it, bro. Because Cali needs to go back how it was. Like, for real, bro. Like, now it's just like, I don't want to say it, bro. Because I know this would, get me fired up. I don't know. But it's crazy. I can't wait until they run the polls. I can't wait. But anything besides that, we'll only be sending like random videos, random texts. Not really be texting each other too much on the like text and shit like that. I really haven't been texting people too. Cause honestly, motherfuckers trying to say like, I need like get off of multiplayer and get on story mode real quick, which I think I need to realize. I need to do my story mode real quick, and then I can go back to multiplayer and then switch back and go back and forth. I need to find that balance, but it's gonna be hard to find, especially how young I am and what my maturity is, well, not like maturity, but like understanding and acceptance, because if I'm being frank right now, I truly do feel like I have like a conscious that has more wisdom and like not knowledge specifically, but like overall just like wisdom and like kind of like that, like an older person basically that's got like a bunch of knowledge about certain shit. you don't really be needing, but like you need some now, basically, you know. And I don't know if that makes sense, but pretty high as shit. I'll fucking dime right now. And it is, I believe, it is a Maui Wowie flavor. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what strains it is either. I didn't read the box. But it's got THCA and some other things. But I don't know. I'm probably just gonna cut this one short because I don't got too much to talk about besides all what I just did talk about. But yeah, I love you. I care about you. You know, God loves you. If you don't believe in God, try it. Read the Bible. You know, but read the Ethiopian Bible. Do not read the King James. Read the Ethiopian version first. Because the Ethiopian one is older. It has more knowledge. It has more stories that were cut out of the James. Okay? So, do the Ethiopian one. And even if you have to, get the picture one. Whatever. You know, try it out. And I believe that no one should be getting hurt. I don't. You know, it's wrong what's happening in this world right now. I believe it will get better. Once we take down these weird pedos and absolute horrible humans and put them and justify the people who died or were hurt and still are alive and who are traumatized and whatever to be justified. I'm happy. Everyone in my family's happy. We're peaceful. You know, I am no threat. My family's no threat. You know, but may God have his way. Truly, it is a shame on how people treat this planet that was created for us. And it sucks. It really sucks. It hurts me every day. So, but keep the negativity away. Keep the positivity in. If you want to be happy, you gotta understand how to keep your negativity under control. It may be hard, but you can do it. I believe you can. I did. Many other did. So you can do. No matter what. And plus, you matter too. Just as me. Just as much as me. Just as much as you. Just as much as your brother. Just as much as your sister. Just as much as anybody in your life. Okay? You matter. They matter. Make it to where you can realize that and overcome anything that comes in front of you. Alright. Enough yapping. Bye.